Welcome to a new episode of Techno Dialogue. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Victoria. Today we're discussing a critical topic, AI and privacy.
Indeed, Victoria. Our central question is, does the convenience of AI justify the potential privacy risks?
An excellent point to start with, Charlie. Let's begin by exploring how AI integrates into our daily lives.
Well, AI is virtually omnipresent now. It's in our smartphones, our home assistants, even in our cars with navigation systems.
And each of these interactions generates data which AI systems collect and analyze. This raises significant privacy concerns.
Exactly. For instance, voice assistants like Siri or Alexa are constantly listening, potentially capturing private conversations.
Not to mention the vast amount of data collected by social media platforms and search engines about our preferences and behaviors.
True, and while this data collection enables personalized services, it also poses risks. What are some of the major concerns?
One of the biggest issues is data breaches. If hackers access this information, it could lead to identity theft or financial fraud.
Absolutely. There's also the risk of data misuse by companies themselves, potentially using our information for manipulative advertising or selling it to third parties.
And we can't forget about government surveillance. In some countries, AI-powered systems are used for mass monitoring of citizens.
Let's consider a specific example. Smart home devices offer great convenience, but they're also constantly collecting data about our home life.
Right? A smart thermostat knows when you're home, a smart fridge knows your eating habits, and a smart TV knows your viewing preferences.
All this data combined could create a very detailed profile of an individual. It's quite concerning when you think about it.
Indeed. Now let's talk about how AI affects consumer behavior. How does all this collected data influence our choices?
Well, AI-powered recommendation systems significantly shape our purchasing decisions and even our content consumption.
True. These systems create a kind of filter bubble, where we're mainly exposed to products or content that align with our past behaviors.
This can be helpful in finding relevant items, but it might also limit our exposure to new ideas or diverse perspectives.
Exactly. There's also the concern of predictive algorithms potentially exploiting our vulnerabilities or creating addictive behaviors.
Can you give an example of how this might work in practice?
Sure. Imagine an algorithm that learns you're more likely to make impulse purchases when you're feeling down. It could then target you with ads during those vulnerable moments.
That's quite disturbing. Our emotional states could be used against us for commercial gain.
Indeed, but it's not all negative. AI can also be used to promote healthier habits or provide support during difficult times.
True, it's a double-edged sword. Now, what about the workplace? How is AI affecting privacy in professional settings?
Many companies are now using AI for employee monitoring, especially with the rise of remote work.
Right? Things like tracking keystrokes, monitoring email communications, or even analyzing facial expressions during video calls.
While these tools can increase productivity, they also raise serious privacy concerns. There's a fine line between performance monitoring and invasive surveillance.
It seems we're constantly balancing the benefits of AI against potential privacy infringements. How do we strike the right balance?
That's the million-dollar question. It requires a combination of technological solutions, ethical guidelines, and robust regulations.
Speaking of regulations, how are governments and organizations addressing these privacy concerns?
There have been some significant steps, like the GDPR in Europe, which gives users more control over their personal data.
But many argue that regulation is still playing catch-up with rapidly advancing AI technology.
True. And there's also the challenge of creating regulations that protect privacy without stifling innovation. It's a delicate balance.
Absolutely. And it's not just about government regulation. Companies also need to take responsibility for ethical AI development and use.
That's a great point. Some companies are already implementing privacy by design principles in their AI systems.
Can you explain what privacy by design means?
Certainly. It's an approach where privacy considerations are built into the design of systems from the very beginning, rather than being added as an afterthought.
That sounds promising. Are there any other technological solutions being developed to address privacy concerns?
Yes, there are several exciting developments. One is federated learning, which allows AI models to learn from data without directly accessing it.
That's interesting. How does that work?
Essentially, the model is trained on your device using your local data. Only the learned patterns, not the raw data, are sent back to the central server.
I see. So companies can improve their AI models without directly accessing personal data. That's clever.
Exactly. There's also growing interest in homomorphic encryption, which allows computations to be performed on encrypted data without decrypting it first.
These technological solutions sound promising, but they also seem quite complex. Do you think the average user will be able to understand and control their privacy in this AI-driven future?
That's a crucial question. I think we'll need to see a big push in digital literacy education to empower users to make informed decisions about their data.
Agreed. And perhaps we'll see the rise of AI privacy assistants, AI systems designed to help users protect their privacy from other AIs.
That's an intriguing idea. AI protecting us from AI, it shows how complex this issue is becoming.
Indeed. As we wrap up, what would you say are the key takeaways for our viewers?
I'd say the main point is to be aware and proactive. Understand what data you're sharing, read privacy policies, and make informed decisions about the AI services you use.
Great advice. And remember, while AI can offer incredible benefits, it's important to value and protect your privacy.
Absolutely. It's about finding the right balance between leveraging AI's capabilities and maintaining our personal privacy.
Thank you for joining us for this important discussion. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Victoria. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe in our AI-driven world.